guys, what is going on? Blossom is back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. Now, the Lycan Hypersport. I'm just gonna call it Lycan. I don't know why it goes through so many names. There's Lycan, there's Veneer, I don't even know where that came from. Now there's W Motors. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much about that car and I don't really care much about that car. But that Tri-Series just ended and I did get it, and it was kind of funny because I literally didn't play after I recorded that gameplay video. You know the gameplay video I posted yesterday? I played maybe 10 more races after that. But then I went to bed. And that was 2 hours before the event actually ended. And I woke up and I was still in tier 1. And not gonna lie, kind of surprised. But anyway, shout out to everyone that won this and unpacked the Lycan, because that would mean that you have 100% of the W Motor cars. Congratulations to whoever you are out there. I know Uncle's one of them probably. But yeah, I got one of those. I even one-starred it because the 0 to 60 is cool, but there's nothing else about it that would make it stand out. But that Lycan, like I said yesterday, is kind of like the calm before the storm. I think that there are going to be some really big prize cars coming along. We just had some big ones. Obviously, we kind of have big prize cars back to back. So we need something to just break up the tension a little bit. So I think we're going to go back up now, and I think there are going to be some big prize cars to come up. So today is the perfect opportunity to talk about my top 10 prize cars going forward. Now, this list is always changing because I'm always winning new cars, or maybe new cars are being introduced into the game. So today I'll be showing you my top 10 prize cars with a twist. My top 10 prize cars excluding the ZL1 1LE. Everybody knows that the Camaro ZL1 1LE is the prize car that I want the most. So I'm not including it this time. This is number 1. This will always be number 1, but not today's number 1, okay? So my top 10 excluding this. This is my most wanted car in the entire game right now. It really is. And I will get it one day, hopefully, if it ever comes back. It's kind of like how some people out there would sell an arm and leg for the MG Metro. Yeah, it's the same thing. So if you're watching this video, you want an MG Metro, but you don't have it, but you have a ZL1 1LE, let me know. Maybe we can make something work, because I got the MG Metro, but I want this one, okay? So anyway, let's start off with number 10. It's gonna be the Chevrolet Clk Camaro. Now, why this is so low on the list is because I don't really want it. I know, then you're like, why, Blossom? Why is this in your freaking top 10 if you don't really want it? Look, let me be honest with you. The reason why this car is on my top 10 is because I feel like people expect me to want this. It is an American dragster. It is a muscle car. It's American dreams. It's got a low 0 to 60. My favorite kind of race is the drag set. My favorite country is the US. Why do I not want this? You know, my favorite kind of car is the muscle car. Everybody expects me to want this, and I feel like, yeah, I kind of see why they want me to have this, because it fits me so well. But here's the thing, why do I not want the Clk Camaro that much? Here's why. It's better than the Demon, and I want to use my Demon. I want my Demon to be the best car to use. The moment this car comes out, the Demon's going to be second choice forever. They're both slick tire cars. This car is a lower 0 to 60. It's got better MRA. It handles less, but who the hell cares on a drag? And it's got a slightly lower top speed, so the Demon will win on a test pull. But who cares about that as well? The quarter mile is what I care about the most. The Clk Camaro is going to make my favorite prize car be useless, and that's why I'm not really looking forward to it, but I want it, because the moment it comes out, I need to get it. So, you know, I don't really want it, I need it, and that's why it's so far down the list and not, you know, further up in the top 5 or the top, 3. So that's number 10. Okay, now let's move on to number 9. Once again, I feel like I peer pressured myself to put that car on the list. Number 9 is going to be the Ford RS200 Group B Rally. This is a very intriguing car because it is the highest handling off-road tire car in the game. And we all know that when it comes to off-road tires, handling is the most important thing, along with, your drive traction. Four-wheel drive is what you want to use, okay? And this is the one that handles the best. You max this baby out, it's going to get 100 handling. So by right, this should be an absolutely fantastic car. But at the same time, why is it RQ82? There has to be something really bad about it that I don't know, because it's light, it has four-wheel drive, it has off-road tires, it has amazing handling, it has all of the components that makes an amazing off-road car. So what makes this RQ82? I don't know. Am I afraid? A little bit. Yeah, it has no top speed, and it probably has no MRA. but that doesn't really matter when it comes to the off-road situation, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's even medium ground clearance. It's not even low like the Suzuki Escudo. So you can use this on a city streets medium or a city streets small in the dry as well. So I'm really trying to figure out why it's 82. There has to be something really bad about this car for it to be below its competition, because it doesn't make any sense with those on paper stats for it to be that good. Another guess could be the fact that it's like kind of the off-road version of the Chevrolet Mirai, where the Mirai is absolutely fantastic, but for some reason it can't seem to crack over RQ66. That might be a reason, and mainly because of that top speed. This might be a really good car, but I'm gonna keep it pretty low on the list because I'm being cautious about it. That being said though, I still really want this. Now, the 8th most prized car that I'm looking for is a personal one. So we're gonna move on. Where is our animal? The Jaguar, of course. Everybody knows, not the Project 8, obviously. It's the Jaguar Xjr9. This one's personal. I was 11th the last time this finals came out. I even upgraded legendaries to try and get it, and I couldn't get it. The requirements, I believe, was ×5 2001, and because of that, I hate that year. So if you're watching this video and you were born in 2001, I'm sorry. I mean, to be fair, like, there's a really cool 996 GT2 that was made from 2001, so I can't hate it forever, but I am really disappointed that I didn't get this. Honestly, still my second most painful tri-series after the Camaro ZL1 1LE. My most painful legendary tri-series. I was so close yet so far, and to make it hurt even more, I was actually in the top 10 until the final few minutes when I got bumped down and targeted. So the Jaguar Xjr9, I kind of really want this mainly because it's personal. Outside of that, yeah, really cool 80s car, really cool Le Mans car, has a lot of history to it, but I never really grew up watching Le Mans or any motorsport for that matter. So you know, the fact that it's a trophy winning Le Mans car might matter more for some of you watching than it does to me. It's still cool, don't get me wrong, but you know, I kind of grew up watching NASCAR. So but yeah, Jaguar Xjr9, it's a personal reason. I want this because I was so close in getting it, but I didn't. Okay, moving on now to the 7th place. Now we're getting to the cars that I love and I need at the same time. The first 3 cars was more of like a I needed them, you know what I mean? But anything above this rank, I want, you know, like I want it, but I also need it. So in 7th place is gonna go to the Koenigsegg Jesko Attack. Now I don't think it's gonna be no Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, because the Absolute has a higher top speed. It's still gonna be the best, you know, testable car. That being said though, this one handles a little better. I think it's gonna have the same amount of MRA. This is definitely going to be the 233 to the Absolute's 332. I want 2 of these. I have my Jesko Absolute maxed out, and I would like to max a Jesko Attack. Having these 2 cars would literally just make me a Koenigsegg king. I mean, yeah, I also have the Yamera, but I don't really care much about the Yamera, honestly. These 2 are really what I want, and honestly, I'm kind of on a perfect roll here. I've won every single Koenigsegg prize car that's been released, and when European Revolution was initially released, that felt like something of a fairy tale. It was impossible to get all the Koenigsegg prize cars, but yeah, I mean, here we are now. I've had 3 out of the 5. Honestly, could have been 3 out of the 4, but then we got the CCGT in World Expo. So yeah, in 7th place is going to be the Koenigsegg Jesko Attack. Really want this baby in my garage. The only thing that it could be better would be that picture, man. Why is it so ugly, dude? It's a Koenigsegg Jesko Attack, and you're going to give it a white background, and like, what is that? That doesn't even look, that's CGI. Isn't it? Like, that doesn't, it's a 3D model. It doesn't, come on, man, give the Koenigsegg Jesko some justice, some respect. Someone open a petition, you know, change the Jesko Attack's picture, man, make it so much better. Okay, 6th place. Now this one might come as a little bit of a surprise to you guys. We are going to Porsche, but it's not the Porsche that you think it's going to be. It's actually going to be the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. Now the Lamborghini Urus, I wanted that car because it was super useful and it had clout. That was about it. The Porsche Cayenne Turbo is even more useful because it is now the better SUV. It also has clout, not as much as the Lamborghini Urus, but I actually want this. Now the Urus is a cool car, don't get me wrong. I think the Urus is an absolutely fantastic car, and they're making a better Urus now. I think it's called the Urus S. So the Urus X or something like that. But they are making a better, faster Urus now, so that's gonna be funny, right? And there'll be a new update. They're gonna add that, and then the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT is not gonna be the best car in the game anymore. But for now, this is the best SUV, the best high ground clearance SUV in its niche. Okay, I gotta say high ground clearance and 5-seater, because if I just say SUV, we're gonna add in that Suzuki Pikes Peak. So the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, it's a beautiful car, man. I mean, those rose gold rims, chef's kiss. But yeah, this is a cool car. I love Porsche. It's the best in its niche. Definitely a car that deserves to be high up on the list. Now, after the Porsche, we are now going to our top 5. So in the 5th place is we're gonna stick with that World Expo category, and we're gonna go straight to, where are you? Oh no, you're not at the bottom, you're at the top, because you start with an H. Okay, it is going to be the Hennessy Venom F5. Now, I need this car. I want this car. I like this car. Actually, I love this car. It is going to be a Jesko, not a Jesko, but a Koenigsegg Killer at least. It's not going to be the Jesko Absolute on the testable, because the Jesko Absolute is a higher top speed. But the Hennessy Venom F5, you know what? Might be the Jesko Absolute on the drags. I mean, if it's got a better, I think someone tested this on a recent challenge. I think it has 141 MRA or something absolutely crazy like that. And if those numbers are true, if it remains to have 141 MRA until the date it is released, it's going to be a Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute Killer. 100%. It is going to be better. You know what I mean? I definitely got the 332 of this car, because this car has the same exact stats as the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. You can go check it out. 2.50 to 60, 92 handling, right? But the only the top speed is different, and the Hennessy has better MRA. So it is going to be the better car in the quarter mile, the half mile, the 1 mile, every drag you can imagine besides the testable. And on top of that, it's American. I gotta have this, man. So this is going to be the first car in my top 5. And that is going to be the last American car as well, because we're not counting the ZL1 1LE. So that is going to be the last American car. The top 4 prize cars that I want are all German, and you probably know what they are. At least you might. I think if you're an OG on the channel, you might know 1 and 2, but you might not know 3 and 4, because 3 and 4 are new. They're both Mercedes-Benz. In 4th place is the Mercedes Clk Gtr, or basically the German McLaren F1. Everyone loves the McLaren F1. I mean, it's a cool car, don't get me wrong, but I love myself a Mercedes-Benz Clk Gtr. Why I call it the German F1 is because I'm pretty sure Mercedes actually bought a McLaren F1 and studied it to create the Clk Gtr or something like that. I think so, but I'm a bit rusty on that knowledge. But this car is ridiculously cool, dude. I used to think that it looked like a flounder, but like a turbocharged flounder that had like, it was just really cool. I don't know, the Clk Gtr, words cannot describe how cool I think this car is. I had a poster of the Clk Gtr on my wall. I mean, anything late 90s, early 2000s Mercedes has a very like a personal sentimental feeling in my heart. Like, honestly, I just love this car so much. It is also a car that is capable of going over 100 handling if you max it out, so which is really nice. It's a bargain handling car for a car that's only 81 RQ. It is on the heavier side of 1,440 kilograms, but hell, I don't really care, man. This car is ridiculously cool and I want it. In 3rd place, we're gonna stick with the Mercedes C11. It ain't no Mercedes-Benz C9, which is the true, like, you know, legendary prize car in my opinion, and I think Luke would definitely agree. But the Mercedes-Benz C11 is still ridiculously cool anyway. Like, it's the Sauber Mercedes, 98 handling, 2.60 to 60, 230 top speed. You know, it's just a freaking cool car, and honestly, I'd rather have this over like the Peugeot HDI FAP, though I think the Peugeot HDI FAP is the better car. I'm pretty sure the Peugeot HDI FAP is 2.598, isn't it? I'll have to double check that, but like I said, I don't care, because this is a car that I think is ridiculously cool. I like it. So that is going to be in the 3rd place. Now let's talk about my top 2. And I think like a lot of OGs will know what my top 2 is going to be, and it is going to change very soon, because the car in 2nd place I'm going to win very shortly, and that is indeed the Audi Quattro S1. This has been, I mean, honestly, if I've made several top 10 prize car videos. If you go back to the first, I think the first ever top 10 prize car video I ever made back in like 2018, 4 years ago, this car was on the list. I'm loyal. Trust me, I'm loyal like that. You can go back. You can go back. 2018, 2019. I don't know when I made that video. It was my first ever Top Drives Top 10, I believe. But yeah, this car was on the list, and I'm pretty sure it was like in the top 3. It's always been in the top 3 or top 4. Number 1 has always been the Camaro ZL1 1LE, and in second place is going to be the Audi Quattro S1. It did move down a rank a bit though. It usually is in that top 2, top 3 spot. And obviously, if I don't count the ZL1 1LE, then this should be first. The main reason why I bumped it down one is because I know I'm going to win it soon. So the feeling of me, like that level of that burn in my heart of me wanting the drive to want to get this car has decreased a little bit, because I know I'm going to get it already, because it's an old guard prize. And also, it's not a car that you need anymore in Top Drives. There's so many better off-roaders in the game, but I don't freaking care, man. This is a car that I've been searching for so long. Super lightweight, medium ground clearance, 4-wheel drive, off-road tires. What's not to love? But anyway, guys, the car that I want the most, which is super contradictory to basically everything that I love. I love Porsche, I love Dodge, I love Mercedes, but the price car that I want the most, that isn't a ZL1 1LE, isn't American, and isn't even from my favorite brands, and that's mainly because I've won every Dodge and won every Aston. It's really just Porsche and Mercedes-Benz I'm looking for now, and they're on the list. The car that I want the most, shout out if you get it right. I'll let you know down in the comment. Well, actually, comment down below what you think number 1 is going to be. Okay, I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, you ready? It is indeed the BMW M8 GTE. And once again, this is a car that I've been looking for a really long time, man. Like, this is a ridiculously cool car. I really want this. The BMW M8 GTE is amazing, okay? It handles incredibly well, and that's the main reason I want it. It's the handling. It used to be the best handling car in the game. It used to be the best handling German car in the game. And, you know, this is a German Renaissance car, right? So you got to think about it. Like, this car was the best because there were updates that didn't exist. Like, the updates like Great Exhibition didn't exist, for example. What else didn't exist? World Expo didn't exist. World Expo didn't exist. European Revolution, that's what I was thinking of. European Revolution didn't exist. JPT, American Frontier, all those cars didn't exist. Not like JPT or American Frontier actually brought any cars with really good handling anyway. But the BMW M8 GT, I mean, this car, I think it came out at the end of 2019, start of 2020. I think it was the last prize car of 2019 or the first prize car of 2020. I think it was the last prize car of 2019. I think that's what it was. But yeah, it's been a really long time since this car has been given out. I really want it. Obviously, the memes, right? The M8 GTE memes, you can't get away with that. I love that car for those memes as well. Amazing MRA, great top speed. The only thing that is somewhat weak in the M8 GTE would be the 0 to 60, but once again, that would slide, honestly, because this is a car that I need. This is a car that I love. This is a car that I absolutely want in my garage. This is the number 1 car that I want that isn't the Camaro ZL1 1LE. You can always bump everything down 1 position if you want to put in the Camaro ZL1 1LE, but I didn't want to put it in here because I felt like that was a bit redundant at that point. Everybody knows I want that car. But anyway, guys, that's going to be my top 10 prize cars. Those are the cars that I want the most. I can even say top 10 legendary prize cars. Not a single epic in this list anymore, because the Camaro and ZL1 1LE is not on this list. But anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Let me know down in the comments below what your top 10 prize cars are going to be. But anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to